So we have taken the time to learn about Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Sherlock Holmes. We have also read the story, A Study in Scarlet, and have watched the modern adaptation, A Study in Pink. Now we're going to take a look at some similarities and differences in preparation for you to write your comparative essay. In your notebooks, please make 2 columns, one for A Study in Scarlet and one for A Study in Pink. As we review, please jot down any helpful information you may need for your essay. We know that A Study in Scarlet was set in 1881, but that Conan Doyle penned the tale in 1887. Stamford bumps into John Watson at a bar. Then they discuss John's living arrangements and how Stamford knows someone who needs a flatmate, Sherlock Holmes. Upon meeting each other, Sherlock says to John, "You've been in Afghanistan, I perceive." He then later tells John how he deduced this. A Study in Pink is the modernized version of A Study in Scarlet. It came out in 2010 and is set in our modern-day world. John is walking through a park when Mike Stamford spots him. After getting a cup of coffee together, Stamford and John discuss his living arrangements. Again, we see Stamford letting on that he knows someone that needs a flatmate. Stamford then takes John to meet Sherlock, although John does not get Sherlock's name until Sherlock is leaving. Sherlock this time asks John, Afghanistan or Iraq, which is much different than in the book. Sherlock has to ask as there are different conflicts going on in both those countries. Our title, A Study in Scarlet, comes from a line in the book. Had Watson not found the case interesting, Holmes would not have taken the case. However, we see that Sherlock states, "I might not have gone but for you, and so have missed the finest study I ever came across. A study in scarlet, eh? Why shouldn't we use a little art jargon? There's a scarlet thread of murder running through the colorless skein of life, and our duty is to unravel it, and isolate it, and expose every inch of it." In this version, our male victim, Enoch Drebber, is found with Rush written on the wall above his body in blood. Rush means revenge in German. We later find out that Jefferson Hope, the cab driver, was the murderer. He was seeking revenge for the death of Lucy Ferrier. We find that he has an aneurysm in his heart. After being arrested and put into jail, Hope's aneurysm bursts and he dies. A Study in Pink is a bit easier to find meaning for the title. Our female victim, Jennifer Wilson, is found wearing nothing but pink. She has a pink outfit, complete with pink shoes, nail polish, and lipstick. We later find that even her suitcase was pink. Wilson has written Reich on the floor with her fingernails, but Sherlock deduces that is not the German word for revenge that she means, but rather the name Rachel. It turns out that this was her stillborn daughter, and the password for her phone's information. Our cabbie, Jeff Hope in this case, is not seeking revenge really, but instead he is working for another person, Moriarty. The cabbie is giving the victims a choice between 2 pill bottles, one poison and one sugar. Sherlock deduces that Hope is doing this because he has a brain aneurysm. Sherlock plays along and begins to take one of the pills, only to be stopped by the cabbie getting shot and killed. We later find out that John was the one to do the shooting. Your assignments. Alright, so you are to write a 2-page comparative essay on A Study in Pink and A Study in Scarlet. Use your information from your graphic organizer, your character charts, and any quotes you want to use from either story. You may also use other useful information that you may have. Your information will need to be cited correctly, and you need to include a works cited page. This project is due on Friday. The game is on. Good luck, everyone.